As we move away from Crash, who found himself in a tight squeeze, we see an elf monk, far from the forest of Othelia he once called home, on the run with forbidden knowledge. Let's listen and see how far he goes. This week on We Together, Link and the Secrets on the Wind. Yeah, so then, Link Windwaker. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to bring us in, kind of zooming in on the block. Especially because you, as a character, you have just arrived here. You're on the run. So as you've made your way from the skyrise, the elevator that connects the top 3 floors of Iris Luna, you've made your way somehow undetected by the Union or the FAF through the tourist sections of the block, which are right around the center, because that's where the elevator is. So all the rich people that come down to the block usually congregate around that area. So you see things that it's hard for you to imagine. You've seen things like that in Newfielheim when you've gone on your trips to the city, but it is such a more decadent feel on Iris Luna, as the people around you are all involving themselves in just mass capitalism. There's stores, there's lights, there's music, there's food. There's a throng of people, hundreds deep, walking in all directions, and it is almost overstimulation for a forest dweller like yourself. Even on the second level, it is much more spread out. It is much more space. There's a lot of fields. There's a lot of farms up there. So your neighbors were numbered in the dozens at best. Here you are literally seeing more people than you probably have ever seen in your life in one place. And it is loud and it is bright. And you realize, shit, everyone around you is wearing some form of industrial space, just utility. Like, a lot of it is fashion as well, bright colors, some gold zippers, there's things like that. But for the most part, everyone around you is wearing what you would imagine someone who lives on the moon is wearing. The only person who does not fit that description is yourself. As you look down at your plain drab brown robes, your simple buckle belt, you can't help but feel like you stick out. And it is maybe paranoia or maybe insight, but you notice some people taking notice of you. As you look around, you see a large looming neon sign for what can only be a clothing store, as it has mannequins sitting out front, called Quick Cuts. And the sign promises a new outfit in 10 minutes or less. As you kind of make your way through this crowd, you can also just taking in the atmosphere of the third level is so much more polluted. Even the sky, which on the second level is usually simulated, they simulate weather. So a breeze, the sun, simulated sun beating down on the fields, all of that gone, as it is permanently overcast here on the block, as the pollution from the lower floors rises and meets the artificial atmosphere from the top floors and creates this thick layer of smog between the second and the third floor, creating the illusion of an overcast sky. As you make your way through, it is probably midday. So it is like, we'll say 2:00. As you make your way through this crowd to the Quick Cuts door, you stand in front of the door looking inside, and it is an empty store with a woman, a Kalishtar man, Kalishtar being dark tan skin, black hair, and like bright pink eyes, sitting behind the counter, just reading. You can tell he's reading from his feed because he's doing this, swiping up in the air.
What race is this person?
Kalishtar. Essentially looks like a human, but with like pink features, like pink eyes.
Yeah.
Psychic powers, usually. What do you do? Link Windwaker. And while you decide what you do, can you also give us what you look like? Just like a description.
So picture, if you will, like a blonded hairstyled like Jimmy Page or Robert Plant, a very 80s or 70s rock haircut on Link here. Piercing light blue eyes, and obviously a pretty slender elf wearing very much like a non-industrial garb. It almost looks a little too highbrow for where he's at, and again, doesn't, as Seb described, not very fitting of the environment. So not that Link feels he needs to entirely change his look, but needs to add something to fit in at least a little better to the environment without sticking out like he might be a yuppie in the wrong place. And even he would know this. But he's got some tattoos up around his neck, which are and face, which are a little more common in his village. Are there a lot of face tattoos in Iris Luna? Probably.
Yes, but not in the tribal kind of a sense. More in the you just literally just walking past you as a dude wearing a fucking like leather jacket with the word "fuck" tattooed on his face.
Right. So mine are a little more tasteful. Got it. You know, whatever.
I mean, that's what Link thinks.
Right. Well, Flip's hair. So Link's gonna approach the clerk, and he's gonna go, "Hey, partner, looking to see what a running rate was to kind of fix my tire."
Without looking up from his feed, he pops a bubblegum bubble, and what are you looking for? What's your price range?
Well, I got 50 credits, and I just got to make it so I'm not sticking out like a sore thumb.
Pops his gum again and closes his gate, which is the access to the feed. So just for the people at home, your neural implant, which is essentially your bank, your cell phone, your personal network, you bring it up in your vision so only you can see it, but that's called your gate. And your gate accesses the feed, which is the live information, to the network, which is essentially the internet. So if someone's on the feed, they're looking through something. The physical thing itself is called a gate. So you see him close his gate, which means he puts his fingers down, and he looks at you. What is a credit?
Oh, that's what we were dealing with.
They're called units. And you have 50 micro units.
Oh, sorry. 50 micro units.
Huh. You must not be from around here. I haven't heard someone call Mike's micro units in fucking 20 years. Jesus. He looks you up and down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you might need more than that for whatever. Like points at you in like a very like condescending way. This is... You got a cute face, though. So, you know what? I'll give you a discount.
I would offer an IOU, but I know how that goes in these parts.
Your accent is... And he kind of like leans on the desk. So cute. Where are you from?
I'm actually from the mainland.
He like is the second you say he perks up. Oh, it starts like cleaning things off of the counter. I am so sorry, sir. If you're from the mainland, you must have more than 50 micro units.
Well, kind of had a little falling out with the employer and between work at the moment. Looking for work. I am more proficient in botanical work and whatnot.
You see the man just kind of like deflate. He goes, "Oh, so you're a transplant." All right, 50 units, 50 mics. He looks at like the there's like obviously like racks and mannequins. He points at a ridiculously flashy, zippers all over it, just like leather industrial space looking suit. I think I could get rid of that for 50.
Zippers? I could do zippers.
All right, let's get you fitted then. He like walks over and takes he literally snaps his fingers and the mannequin hands him the outfit.
Can it be like silvery, like Organization 13 Roby? Do you know what that is?
No.
All right. Hold on.
Love me a
Reference.
fucking reference, bro.
So like you said zippers and it made me think of these, but like obviously a little more done up version of this.
Drop it in the chat for the recording room.
The chat, got it.
Because I can see that while we're recording and I don't have to leave to see it.
Oh, got it. Oh, the in call chat.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it more because it's easier than going to another chat to look at something.
Let's see if this posts correctly. Yes.
Imagine this, but with like 200% more zippers.
I like
and
it.
It's white.
Huge fan.
So as he snaps his fingers at the mannequin physically takes the clothes off and hands them to him, and then goes back to being a mannequin. As
double zipper too, obviously, because there's so many zippers, so I can double zipper it.
Oh yeah, you can triple zipper.
I have my leg room to still walk.
Yes,
yes,
because you can zip it down and up. Yes, and it fits over the cloak that you're wearing right now.
Oh, I'm so moist. That's
so
awesome.
he puts it on you, and it is way too big. And you see the Kalishtar man go, snaps his fingers. You see like a little spark of magic as the clothes just fit, like form fit perfectly to your body. Goes, that's better. Yeah, I can get rid of that for normally it's like 70 mics, but because you're cute, like I said, I'll give you a discount. So we'll say 50.
Well, that's sure nice of you, partner. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I didn't give it.
Well.
Oh, you really are not from around here. Wow, that's so cute. You can call me Jackie.
Jackie. Well, where I come from, Jackie, everyone you meet and talk to is of importance. So, tell you about what, when I get some more credits under my name, I'm going to be back here, Jackie.
Bless your heart.
What's the name of this establishment?
Quick Cuts. It's a franchise.
Quick Cuts. Well, Jackie, I'll be looking for you if you want to exchange information. Say if you maybe not right at this establishment come the time I have more credits under my name.
Oh my God, you're adorable. He swipes at you. Like when you swipe at someone, that's how you transfer information, money, or phone number, and you get a little boop in your HUD. His phone number pops up. You can call me anytime, sweetheart.
Well, Jack, if I see anyone else who needs any quick cuts, I'll send them your way as well.
Hey, I didn't catch your name as you turned to leave.
My name's Link.
Link. Okay. Maybe we should link up sometime. It winks.
I was seeing around, Jackie.
As you walk out of the door, almost prophetically, the bell of the door ringing behind you, as soon as it shuts, you start getting on your HUD, on your gate, a number pops up. Unknown number starts calling you.
I answer. Hello?
So to answer your phone, you just swipe like with your hand and it'll answer, and you can only see, but you see the face of a woman who you were told by an associate way before all of this went down, all of the stuff with the union, all of it went down. You were told the FAF or the free agency is not friends with the union. So if you have a problem with the union, try and contact the FAF. And since then, you came down to level 3, you've been looking for a way to do so. However, the way information travels in Iris Luna, they contacted you. As you see a woman wearing well, you know what? I have a picture. I'll drop it in NPC portraits.
I'm already having a great time. I'm invested.
Hell yeah, bro. You see this woman. She has short, cropped, bobbed blonde hair, obvious cybernetic enhancements on her face, and a tight combat armor looking outfit up to her neck, like a turtleneck, zipped up. Very utilitarian, very industrial space looking.
Ooh.
As you're looking into her eyes, she goes, "Hello, are you Link?"
Sometimes. Who's asking?
"You can call me Agent Daffodil. I've
Hi.
been told to get in contact with you.
For what reason?
I heard that you have some information that might be useful to the free agency."
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, I should have plenty of it.
"Very good. This line," you hear clickety clackety, "doesn't seem to be very secure. So why don't we meet? I'll send you a nav point. Meet me there in 30 minutes.
All right, I'll see you then.
The screen closes and you get a bing from that number, and it's a nav point. And all you have to do is press the nav point, and in your HUD, so in your vision, on the ground, you actually see arrows pointing you in the direction that you need to go. It's like live GPS on your in your
Oh,
face.
that's amazing. Augmented, yeah.
Augmented reality is a perfect way to put that. So you see it leading you. Now, it says it's about 30 minutes walk, but you can get there in 15 minutes or in 5 minutes if you take an Aubert. Unfortunately, you just spent all of your money.
I'm quick on my feet. Shouldn't be a problem.
All right. So you start fucking jogging?
No, this is a 30-minute walk, right?
Yeah. Brisk walk.
But I do I got my hustle, and I can navigate a crowd. It's not much different than tight trees.
Well, Mr. Link, is there any way that you could think of to make a walk go just a little bit faster?
Other than walking faster? If I'm walking with the wind, of course.
And using what skill?
What is it called? Hold on, don't tell me.
It's a skill. So it's in your
skill?
skills.
Warrior of the Wind?
No,
Technically?
that's a feat. Skill being acrobat.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you were to say, and this is again just a kind of like a teaching moment for session 0. If you were to say, I want to get there before her, or at least before she expects me to get there, because whatever reason you would make up to want to do that. If you were to say, I'm gonna jog there, but instead of jogging like regularly, I'm gonna use my acrobatics to kind of like almost, what do we call it, sky step from One Piece, and use wind to kind of propel myself forward. So you ever see those moving sidewalks that like in an airport where you're like, it's like it moves underneath you while you're walking?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those? It looks like the people are walking so much faster than they possibly could. So that's what it would kind of look like if you were doing that. And I would just need an acrobatics roll. And then you get to add +2 because you're using wind.
17. I can only do that once?
No, you can do that as many times as you want.
Oh, okay, cool.
The only thing
It's just for the damage I can only use that once.
Yep,
But movement I can always use it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, you've been using wind for movement since you were born, but fighting is something that takes a little extra effort. All right, so you are speeding along. You are walking faster than fucking anybody on the sidewalk. That even as you walk past them, they're kind of like, "Damn, fuck, he's going in a hurry." But it looks like you're just casually jaunting, like you're, but it's just fucking whipping you along. You get there in 15 minutes. A full 15 before she said to expect her.
And I want to stealth and see how well I can blend in the crowd with my new outfit and getting used to the surroundings.
Hell yeah, roll stealth.
See if I can scope this person out. It's probably not going to go well, but especially not with a nat 1. It's not going to go well with a nat 1.
You rolled a natural 1?
I sure did.
Hell yeah. So as you approach the nav point, you notice that it is a restaurant with a big sign on top that says Ollie's. The back of the restaurant is completely covered in plastic. And you can see peeking out from the plastic that covers massive amounts of destruction. Like half of this restaurant is missing. And there's just a guy smoking a cigarette out the plastic. Like he's like wearing an apron covered in grease and he's just smoking a cigarette and blowing it out the plastic. So this restaurant literally is just fucking half destroyed, but they're still open. As you're watching, you kind of duck down a little. You lean up against the wall and try and just kind of blend in. And you're just watching. You don't know this person and you want to make sure that it's safe. So you're keeping an eye out. And for about 10 minutes, you kind of just looking around, trying to notice what you notice. After a while, you're like looking at your time on your HUD and you're just like, damn. All right, well, she must be arriving soon. It's been about half an hour. So you kind of like shift uncomfortably, looking even deeper at this restaurant, and you see a person standing next to you kind of looking at the restaurant also. As she turns to look at you, you see her blonde hair kind of like move out of her face. What are you looking for? As Agent Daffodil is standing right next to you. She snuck up on you.
Oh,
yeah. Jumpy are we?
Got a quick one on me.
All right.
Try to be discreet. Guess I got to work on that.
I saw you coming from a mile away, so yes.
Yeah. Well, Link Windwaker.
Oh. Holds her hand up. You can call me Agent Daffodil. The free agency goes by code names to protect our true identities.
So is that your code name?
Yes.
Oh. I haven't really thought of a code name. Well, I guess you can call me Walker. There we go.
Okay, Walker. Nice to meet you. She starts walking towards the restaurant. Come on, this place is safe. Tom doesn't really give a shit, so we'll be able to talk freely in here.
Is that the guy who's chain smoking out there?
Looks back at the restaurant. Yeah, he does that. And ever since some of our more chaotic agents destroyed the back of his restaurant, he's a little on edge. Yeah. Agent Bones is still paying for that one. Come on. Starts walking towards the restaurant. It is on the outside rather gross looking. On the inside, very much gross looking. As you walk in, the white and black checkered floor that used to be white black is now like white and some weird yellow color. Or black and some weird yellow color that the floor is kind of like turned into. Naturally. All of the tables are empty. Every single one. And she walks straight to a booth in the back. As you walk in, you see the cook who's like leaning back in with a cigarette. Sigh. Look at Agent Daffodil. Goes, all right, Daffy. You better fucking order something this time. Don't worry, Tom. I'll order for both of us. Okay? It's on me. All right. He just goes back to smoking. As you enter and sit at the booth, Agent Daffodil, she sits up straight, pulls out a small, what looks like just a tiny, almost like the size of a dime in real life, black disc, and puts it on the table and presses it once. And it starts blinking with a red light. She goes, I hope you understand. I'm going to have to record this conversation for my superiors.
Well, there's nothing hardly that isn't recorded nowadays, so have at it, I suppose.
That is very true. The cook comes over, still smoking a cigarette, by the way. He has not put it out. All right, what the fuck do you guys want? Daffodil just kind of looks. I'll take my usual, Tom. Earl Grey with a lemon. Looks at Link.
I think real sheepishly, he's just like, oh well, I'll just have a. I guess they don't even have. Do they have water, Seb? Is that even?
Oh,
That's a high commodity, though, isn't it?
No.
No. Okay, regular. Okay, I'll actually just have a water for now. Thank you.
Tap or bottled?
Tap.
He kind of looks at you like, looks at Agent Davido. He's not from fucking around here, is he? Just get him the bottled water, Tom. That'll be great. Thanks.
How bad is the tap?
Well, considering that it filters from the floors above, you can only guess where that comes from.
Yes.
Yeah. So, unless you want to drink urine, get bottled water.
I used to drink from the creek in the mainland, and even the cities down there is, I guess.
She like puts her hand like up to like, yo.
What?
Okay. You're from the mainland. That's great for you.
Yeah.
There are people here who could benefit from somebody from the mainland being held ransom.
Well, that's good. They wouldn't pay nothing for me.
That's great. So they probably would just kill you and throw you in a dumpster somewhere.
So
unless you want to end up in a dumpster somewhere, I would keep that tidbit of information to yourself.
I guess I'll keep that in mind.
You got ID?
What ID would I have from the
one that I
level?
sent you. It's a guest visa. Yeah. You want me to send it to you again?
If you could, I'm sorry.
You're good. Because I am fucking awesome DM. I have it all at my fingertips, baby.
You're amazing. I don't deserve you.
Here we go.
I was telling Finnegan, he goes, what happened to our campaign? I go, I got intimidated. I go, okay, there we go. Yeah. Cause you do so much involving it. I'm just like, how do I start? Like,
oh no.
Yeah. You're like so thorough and good with it. I just gotta start doing it as well, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I would show her the second level ID.
So you swipe it over. It's something just get used to doing because you're gonna be doing it a lot. As she's looking it over, she's like, you have a guest visa.
Yeah, and it's not really valid anymore if you haven't heard about the current events.
You're on the run from the Union?
Oh, yeah. I came across some information while studying for them in their botanical unit, and I received, they called me crazy, but received a message from the trees, if you will, figuratively speaking, that it wasn't a kind one. And I relayed this message, and they sent someone for me. It wasn't very good, though.
Hold on, Walker. Let me just reiterate. You told the Union that you talked to the trees and got information that made the Union so afraid that they want to kill you?
That's one way to put it, yes.
Are you fucking crazy?
For a couple reasons, maybe so, ma'am, but not for this.
Well, I mean, if you risk it coming all the way, because she looks at your ID, you never had to come down here. If you could have just stayed on level 2 and lived your life peacefully. So I guess if you're down here for a reason.
In my mind, I was doing my job and my due diligence for the community here in Iris Luna, just like I would back home, as I've discussed. And, they didn't like me much back home either, so it's not really something I ain't used to. You know.
Okay. And what did the trees tell you?
They gave one word: kill. Which could have a couple meanings, but either way, it's not good.
The trees talked to you and told you they want to kill.
Be killed. Whatever's going on, They're not happy about it.
I don't think I have ever heard a more compelling pile of bullshit in my life.
Well, perhaps I should add some substance here. Level 2's been having some issues fleshing out their issues. The plants are slowly becoming sterile, which the makeup of the plants isn't quite the same as here, and naturally over generations is going to change. Sorry, that's a little deep in there. It's not going well. And this is not going to sustain itself for too much longer, which is why I reported what I did in the first place and why they brought me here in the first place. So
Tom literally shows up at that moment with your drinks, and he puts down the tea and then puts down the bottle of water. And Daffodil's like, "Hey, Tom, can you fuck off for a minute?" Tom's like, you know my fuck off fee." She swipes at him. "All right, I'll fuck off." And he just like walks away, walks out the plastic in the back, and just stands outside. She leans forward. Now
from
what? Go ahead.
So from what I understand, they're having some trouble with oxygen production and the reproduction and a couple of other small problems up on there. I even tried to get them to make a more a self-sustaining agricultural system, and they weren't a huge fan of that. It really would solve most of the problems up there, but
So what you're saying, the rising cost in the O2 utility price has something to do with the plants on level 2 not being able to reproduce. That is the most thing you've said.
Not reproduce and also not produce. Because you could plant more seeds, but the O2 saturation and creation is not what it should be. Could we have to do with the pollution, but I don't think so. I think something else is going on.
Well, that could explain why they're trying to kill you. You're getting in the way of their money, and the Union cares about their money most of all.
Doesn't make sense. They could make it more efficient and gouge anyway. If enterprise is enterprise, we all know that, even out in the Hicks.
Yeah, but can you imagine the PR on that? The bottom floors would revolt. The free agency and the Union would go to war. And we're all trying to prevent that because war is bad for business.
It's bad for everyone's business. Even the Hicks know that.
We need to go talk to my superior. Yeah. I think he'll be very interested in this.
Not for nothing. I take it you're part of the your free agency has some work, yes? Obviously, I'm finding myself in between jobs.
Right. We could work something out. Agent Walker. She touches her temple, and you see her eyes light up for a second. "Hey, boss. Yeah, no, this is a good lead. I'll meet you at the safe house." Okay. All right. Grab your water bottle. We're going for a little journey. She stands up and starts walking towards the door. "Hey, Tom, you can fuck back on." "All right. Fuck your mother." "Yeah, you too, bud." And he walks out. I love that guy. As she turns the corner, you see that there's like a motorcycle where like the entire body of the motorcycle is like slick to the front. So it's very like front heavy looking, and it has two almost like doors, but they're wings on either side of the motorcycle. And she walks over and lifts one of the wings like a suicide door on a Lamborghini. And she's like, "Come on, get on."
There's a motorcycle?
Yeah, it's her motorcycle.
Oh, nice. And it has a door? That's cool. Okay.
You climb on the back. She climbs in front of you, closes the side door. "Come on, don't be shy. Wrap your hands around me. Unless you want to fly off with the wind."
No, just, sorry, a little more reserved. Again, out in the Hicks. But, like, Link still wraps around and reaches, but is, like, mildly uncomfortable.
She laughs at your uncomfort and revs her motorcycle, peels out, starts taking off. You guys drive for maybe an hour, and from your HUD, you can tell that you guys are going south. As you drive through it, all of the lights and the noise that you've seen the block have start to die down. The buildings become more and more worn. The people become more and more worn. The more south you go, the more dilapidated it gets. As you kind of like really reach that peak, you notice that the ring that for level 2, you guys never would have seen this because you're above it. But the ring is a massive casing wall around the entire circumference of the block. And it is the base for the umbrella, the atmosphere protection around the entire city. And then it houses in the base the mag train that takes you around the ring, which is what this wall is called, and below, down to the lower floors. Whereas the elevator you came from, the skyrise, takes you up. So the only way to go up is through the elevator in the center. The only way to go down is from the ring in the mag train that takes you down. On the outside of the ring is the spaceport. So that's where all of the ships come in and out and leave from. So if this is your first time up close seeing the ring, as the wall just starts growing and growing and growing, it's as you're getting closer to the south side, it is towering over everything. It is bigger than any building you've ever seen.
I wouldn't have seen it when I first got here.
No, because you were in the center. You were roughly
on arrival.
Yes. So here's the thing. Because you came from the elevator, because you came from the second floor to the first floor, you came through the center. So the skyrise is in the middle. The block is a roughly 120 square, like it's a circular 120 miles. So if you're in the center, the only thing you can really see is the buildings and the fucking skyscrapers around you. As you get further from the center, closer to the wall, that's when it starts being more and more prevalent in your vision. It's kind of like driving downtown in Buffalo. Like you don't see the buildings from your house, but you do see it if you drive closer to it. So as it's like looming over you, the woman, Agent Daffodil, takes a sharp right down a dark alleyway. Like there's no light. And she turns on her headlight because it is still only like 4:00 in the afternoon. So because of the heavy overcast, some parts of the city are almost perpetually dark just because there's no artificial lighting. There's nothing to keep it looking bright. So it is nighttime dark at 4 p.m. As she turns her headlights on, kind of pulls through, she exits into an alleyway that is like, you know how like 4 businesses will all face away from each other and then in the back they all share like a dumpster space? In this space is 4 dumpsters, 4 businesses, and a big open space in the middle. And in that space is a tall human man, elven, technically, man, half elven, technically, man. He has mainland elf tattoos on his face. And he is taller and more broad than any mainland elf you've ever seen in your life. So gives you the sense that he is actually a half elf. Then around him are 3 technically, other like grunts, you can call them. They kind of all look very grunty. Their armor is kind of like mismatched, but every single one of them has a red handprint on their chest plate. As she pulls in, she kind of like parks in such a way that there's like 20 feet between you guys, and she lifts the door. Go on.
Not coming with, I suppose, huh? All right.
Oh no, you have to get off first, honey. That's how it works.
Okay. All right, sorry. I get off.
She gets off behind you and closes the door and then sits against her bike, effectively blocking the only way out of this alleyway. Hey, boss. This is the guy. As you see the large mainland elf take the roach of a stogie. It's like the very end of a stogie. Take one last embering puff as smoke starts rising through from his face, around his hair, his slick black hair, as he throws it on the ground. Well, aren't you a fish out of water? First time in the city?
Well, this part of the city.
That accent. You're from one of the original tribes, aren't you?
Original? Well, I'm not supposed to tell you, apparently, but mainland.
Yeah, Agent Daffodil filled me in on your way over. We could get a lot of money for you, you know that, right?
Ain't nobody paying.
Your tribe wouldn't pay for you to have you back?
Oh, no. And, well, you wouldn't be able to catch me, but that's another story.
All right. Well then, now that we're all friends, tell me what you told Agent Daffodil. In your words, I want to hear it.
Well, second level of the Union, well, having trouble with their agriculture in a couple of ways. Really, the only ways you can have trouble. Oxygen production from the agricultural sections is down, as is their the plant's ability to reproduce. They're going sterile. And, well, based on where I come from, or maybe I'm just born with it, I can kind of, don't call me crazy now, I can kind of talk with the plants a little bit. And so I did. And, well, they gave me one word. They said kill.
Kill? Like,
Yeah.
off you? Like, bang bang, you dead?
Yeah, well, coming from a plant, that could mean a couple things, but it's either way, they're not happy, and it's not good. Like I said, and probably a lot of the problems they're having are solvable, but they weren't going to keep me around long enough to fix anything, so, nor was it in my pay grade at the time. But yeah, it's lower oxygen production, lower yield on agriculture in general, slowly, mind you, not sudden. It's not like, 3 months from now we're all going to be starving, but eventually, we're going to be shipping stuff from the mainland, and we all know what that costs.
Yeah, we do. Listen, kid, this breaks my heart because, on one hand, I love nature just as any other red-blooded mainlander elf. I may be half, but it still runs in my veins. But
Well, we can share that sentiment.
on the other hand, I like money. And while I fully believe that your tribe would not pay to have you back, let's just say there are other interested parties who are vying for that position, and unfortunately for you, they don't give a shit about a ransom. They just want you gone. And now, while others at the free agency would bastardize me for this, pretty soon, you're not going to be able to tell anybody that I worked with the Union. He looks at the guards around, or the grunts. All right, boys, kill him. Make it look like an accident. No doubt.
Y'all are funny. I told you couldn't catch me. And I'm going to acrobatics my way right over Agent Daffodil. Kind of like air step right over her.
Hell yeah. Roll your acrobatics.
+2?
Yes, +2 because you're using wind.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. As you turn and the gust of wind underneath you launches you upward higher than a normal human or elf or humanoid mortal would be able to realistically do without enhancement. Agent Daffodil kind of just looks kind of sad as she's looking up, watching you twist over her. She just shrugs, looks over. You see the others kind of laughing. As you fly over the entrance to the alleyway where you're heading to right now, at pretty breakneck speeds. You're whipping over. You see a shimmer. There's a cantrip that I believe you can use because you are a mainlander elf. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, no.
Nope, that's a lunar elf.
I'm
So
pretty good at
you can roll me perception without advantage because you are a mainland elf. Mainland half elf. 12?
Yeah.
You do not really notice until it's too late. The shimmering between you and the alleyway until you crash headfirst into what appears to be a barrier. Now, you're not going to take any damage from this crash.
Can I dex saving throw to see if I can latch the wall?
If you latch onto the wall, are you talking about like the building?
Building, wall, anything that's higher up.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a dex saving throw, but you don't get the +2.
Go with the dirty 20 again.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
All right, let's see what. As you reach out and your hands like grab the side of the building, on the second level, most of the buildings are made out of like stone, brick, concrete. On this level, your hands touch the side of the building and you feel them sliding as you're trying to get traction, but it's made out of some plastic fucking polyester material that is just not, there's no gripping it as you slide down, landing right on your butt. And again, I'm not going to make you take damage for this because let's assume the winds just kind of caught you just before you hit. And Daffodil, huh?
How many feet of falling was it?
It was only like, you only jumped like 8 feet. It wasn't anything crazy. But I'm just like for flavor, kind of just, there's a wind kind of coming through. And Agent Daffodil like stands over you with a pistol in your face. She goes, "Now, I don't want to have to shoot you. Boss said we got to make it look like an accident. But I will if you keep trying to run." She cocks her gun. "Now, why don't you say we make this interesting?" She motions her gun for you to stand up.
How am I within reaching distance of this gun?
I would say yes, but also that is your reaction timing versus her reaction timing. Because if you reach for it and she pulls the trigger, who gets there first? That's gonna be the test. And you may be mainlander, but you also know that guns are pretty fast.
I'm good at deceiving, so I'm gonna deceive like I'm getting up and standing up. So I'll roll for deception, yes.
Yeah, that's a 2. I'll say that's a 2 stars. So you're gonna roll for deception, and then we're gonna do a sleight of hand versus acrobatics. Acrobatics, use sleight of hand to see if you can get the gun.
All right. Deception is a dirty 20. Wow.
Damn, how many dirty 20s are you gonna roll?
Enough, apparently. And then what am I rolling? You said sleight of hand?
Yeah.
All right. I hate sleight of hand. All right. Dirty 20. It's all in the chat. I'm not making any of this up, dude.
I know he's rolling using fucking D&D Beyond, so I can see all of his rolls, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? Is it broken? It seems broken. It's fine. I also rolled a natural 1 for my stealth check, my sleight of hand.
I grabbed the gun.
Oh yeah, so you grab it and turn it, like it's completely yours now, and she's just like, wow.
I may be a country hick, but I know enough about the city life to know what needs to be done. Now, I don't want no trouble. In fact, I wanted to help y'all. But now, we can't be friends.
So then, Agent Walker, what are you going to do?
Nothing as long as this gate opens up.
Well, you know that guy that just left?
Is he actually gone?
Yeah, he gone. As you look behind her and you notice the big cigar smoking dude's gone. Yeah, he'll kill me if I let you go. So I think I'm going to take my chances with you. The other 3 that are behind her are starting to like crack their knuckles.
Well, man, my dearest apologies then. And I'm going to shoot her in the leg.
Okay, roll to hit. Add your dex. Just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier so I don't have to add a fucking gun to your inventory.
17.
Nice. That will hit, except when you pull the trigger. Welcome to Iris Luna, buddy.
Fingerprint.
Beep, 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 beep. Biometric scanner incomplete. And the gun just goes. And she just starts laughing at you. All of them are laughing at you.
Well,
this
lucky
fucking country bumpkin doesn't know about bioscanners.
Well, I don't know everything, but there's something you should know. And it's that I don't need a weapon to fight.
She like is just turning back to look at you as you say that. You want to do a preemptive strike?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I only get 1 attack on my level 1, right? That's how that works.
Look at your bonus.
Bonus actions. Yes, I get my unarmed strike. Cool.
So you can make 2 attacks at level 1.
Nice. Let's do it. Oh. Even if I add my 2, it's only 11. All right.
11 will hit.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
She's not wearing like armor. She's wearing like a recon suit.
This isn't my added my D wind force damage. I can just add to my right?
What are you talking about?
Because my wind. I'm using my wind affinity.
Well, you want to use your Warrior of the Winds feat?
For my to hit, not necessarily to do more damage.
Oh, no. It is for damage only.
Okay, but can I use the wind for my +2 right now?
Because you're using wind to punch. That it's only acrobatics rolls.
Okay,
if you were to say that you run up the wall, do a backflip with the wind, and then try and kick her in the face, I can see that happening a little bit better.
It needs more prep in my current level, is what you're saying. Got it. Okay. Can't just magically add it. Well, a 9 does not hit, so.
No,
so I guess we'll go with that.
So you hit once. What's your unarmed strike damage?
No, I didn't. I only rolled a 9. I didn't roll a second one yet.
Oh, I thought you rolled a fucking 11.
No, I thought
you were trying to add 2.
Okay, well, roll one more. An 18 should hit, though.
18 will 100% hit. Yeah, and she's like kind of like turning back to look at you. So like imagine her just feeling as she's turning back. How do you want to do this?
Just like right across the face, because I'm going for as much damage with my fist as possible. I know generally it won't kill her.
Okay. What's your unarmed strike damage?
1d4 plus 2.
Max damage, baby.
Let's actually do my +4 too as well.
And you're gonna add the.
I'm gonna use my wind force damage.
So, do you want to flavor it? You want me to flavor it? How do you want to do this?
You flavor it for the first time.
Hell yeah! So as she's turning back, you kind of assume like a low gravity stance, just a practiced. You feel the air escape your lungs. As it does, it starts to whirl around you in this kind of invisible to everyone else, but to you, tangible force. As your fist, you hold up 2 knuckles, like just the 2, your index finger and your ring knuckle, as you pose, and you see the wind start wrapping itself around your arm, becoming a point on your knuckles, almost like a wind drill. As you strike forward, you're going for a face, you said?
Yeah, temple for being super specific. I'm a dexterity monk, so.
Hell yeah.
Right,
so that is 1d4 plus 2, so that's 6 plus 4 damage.
Yep.
And let's see, grunts in Iris Luna,
but
while not all the same.
She's not a grunt.
Have an average, oh yes she is, have an average of 10 health. So here's the question. Lethal or not?
Knock her out. She seems important.
as your fist connects with her, it just because it's the two knuckles, as it strikes her temple, it just slightly moves her head. And you can tell for a second, she's looking at you like, really? Until the wind hits. And almost like a vanishing Rasengan, you just see the skin on her face twist. Like the wind just twist it, and she flies into the wall and just slumps down on the ground.
Hit her with that black flash, bro.
Anyway, as you stand there, looking at now the three grunts who are like, go ahead.
Can I roll intimidation?
Yeah, go for it. You can have advantage.
Nice. Didn't need it. Natural 20, baby.
You fucking kidding me, bro?
It's with me today. They wanted my session 0 to be with it. I know you were like guaranteeing to kill me, and I was just like, I'm gonna pull every punch. I'm gonna do everything I can.
Yeah, do you, bro? Do you?
So in my intimidation, as she gets knocked to the wall, face is probably bleeding, right?
Oh, yeah, profusely.
Like she might be dead. They don't know.
Yeah.
They have no idea. I go, no, y'all don't know me, and I don't know you, and I didn't want this fight, so you should probably go get your general or whatever you call him. Or, you could try your chances with me. I might want the practice. As I kind of gear up in my stance, like get ready to go.
The three of them kind of look at each other, look back at you, look at each other. I don't know karate. Do you know karate? I don't know what he's using, but it looks fucking. Yo, we should just fucking dip. Bro, but what about boss? He'll fucking kill us. I don't know what to do. I think he's gonna kill us. Fuck. Well,
why don't you just tell him what I did to your co-captain here, and maybe he'll get the gist. I mean, it doesn't do you good if you're all dead, does it?
You see one of them like touching his temple, just be like, "Hey, boss. This is a little bit more intense than we thought." Uh-huh. Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, bye. Boss says for you two to get out of here. And the two grunts look at him like, okay. And they both just leave. They both literally turn around and start walking towards the alleyway that you're standing in front of. And they're like slow, their hands are up. They're just like, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna leave. Okay? Promise you're not gonna hurt us?
What are you doing here then, sailor?
The guy in the back slowly just like, boss said I had to stay.
Can I roll investigation, I guess it might be?
Insight?
No, I want to see if there's any way to leave.
Oh, yeah. Well, the two dudes who are leaving are about to leave through the barrier.
Can't I not cross the barrier?
They're the ones that are in charge of it. So, they'll probably turn it off.
All right. Well, then I'm going to try and sneak out with them then.
So as they like move past you and you like see them like deactivate the barriers and start just like sprinting down the alleyway, you turn to start sprinting also out of the alleyway, and you hear your HUD. Error. User system violate. And I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Well, they can't all be winners. 11.
You fall prone as your neural implant starts overloading with information, malware. You basically are getting infinite pop-ups on your HUD, just fucking popping up all over your screen.
Damn.
As you hear, bloop, malware detected, cleaning mode enabled, and you just feel like the pressure in your head kind of letting off, and you open your eyes just in time to see the remaining grunt hold up his arm his finger right at his knuckle split open, and almost like the tip, a tiny chrome tip come out as he fires it at your direction. You have just enough time to react, so I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
Got it. Let's go. 22.
Hell yeah. So as you like use the wind to kind of like, I imagine like fucking, you know, those like cartwheel, but with like only the legs where they just like flip through the air. You flip out of the way just as the rocket strikes the ground and explodes, making Daffodil's bike go flying. The buildings around just start fucking like literally crumbling in from that point of impact. And it literally blows you 15 feet away from the exit of the alleyway. So now you're about 10 feet away from this dude who just shot the rocket.
All right, he's catching these hands then.
You see him just kind of walking towards you, just his hand going back to normal. He's like, oh, fucking, I'm not going to fucking fight him. I'm just going to fucking shoot him.
Should have waited for gun. I got an 18 and a 13.
To attack me?
Yes.
All right. First.
Fair enough.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So he's as you're like moving towards him as quick as the wind, he fires his gun and you feel a sharp pain right on your shoulder, right above like where your lung would be, as you feel the bullet pierce through your skin and you take 6 points of piercing damage.
It's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, but my second shot, he rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
Which causes him to miss completely, giving you an attack of opportunity, which you already rolled. So that's an 18, you said?
Yep.
So where are you hitting him?
In the temple.
In the temple?
Or throat, you know, whatever.
I feel like a good uppercut, because you're kind of coming from low to high. And your damage is 6?
Yep.
Without your wind?
Yes.
So as you uppercut into his like throat chin area, he stutters backwards and just you fucking asshole, you fucking kid. Just fucking die. It is now your turn.
Sweet. So my next roll was the 13.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Damn.
Yep. This guy wearing a little more armor.
Well, it's unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. So the 10 will not hit either.
So you're swinging at him, and he's just kind of like bobbing and weaving, like trying to avoid it, because he saw what you did to Daffodil. He's trying his best not to get hit by you. Is that your turn, bud?
Yeah.
He's going to take his pistol, grab it in his hand, because shooting this close is disadvantage, and he's going to try and pistol whip the shit out of you. That's a 10.
Does not.
So as he swings the pistol at you, you like Wing Chun catch it, like block it with your hand, and now it is your turn once again as you push the gun away from you.
Oh, motherfuckers, dude. Motherfucker, dude. Neither.
So again, you're swinging. This is a fight. Like you guys are fucking dodging each other. He's like putting his arm up to block one of your strikes as he takes his pistol whip and he tries to hit you again. That will be a 13.
Ties go to the
players. So because ties go to the players, I'm guessing your AC is 13.
Correct.
Therefore, as he swings, it should have hit you. Like it literally is a backhand swing. It should have hit you, but you managed to catch it right in the crux of your wrist, as the handle of the gun is like an inch away from your face. It is now your turn.
Oh my god, bro!
It wouldn't be a Ryan Session 0 without a fucking juicy combat session.
Oh my god, bro! Come on, give me a bone. Yes, 17.
A 17 does not hit. It hits.
hate you so much for that. So there's 6 damage. Does he have 10 health though?
That's another 6. Where are you hitting him?
Probably square in the nose now. Personal.
As you feel your fist crunching the cartilage that is his nose, slowly turning it into pudding, you hear him as his head leans back, and then like an anime, blood just starts squirting out of his nose as he falls back on the ground, his leg twitching. He's alive, but he's out.
Ooh. If I have a moment before someone else shows up, I'd like to see if he has any stim packs on him.
Sure. You kneel down and you start to search him for stims. Roll me a investigation.
17.
No stims, drugs.
Eh.
I get it. As you stand up, surely just waiting, you hear him on the ground just, you're fucked, bud. You're so fucked. Do you know who we are? Do you know who the Blackstone Agency is? We'll find you before the Union ever does. And we're going to do so much worse. He spits out a tooth. We're going to do so much worse to you.
If you can catch me.
Oh, buddy. You don't even know. You're already dead. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
You feel a pressure in the center of your forehead. At first, it is nothing. It's just a pressure, change in wind pressure. But then the sound follows. A thunderous shoots through the alleyways as you feel warmth start running down your face. The pain following is more than anything you've ever experienced in your entire life. As you put your hand to your head and wipe dark red blood covering your hands. As you hear, I fucking told you! I fucking told you! As you fall backwards onto the ground, the vision of everything around you becoming more and more fuzzy, more and more distorted. You see a figure standing over you, looking down at you. She looks sad as you watch her pop her gum. And you see the grunt standing next to her. Holy shit, you got him! And just as the darkness starts closing in on you, you see her go, "This is Reaper, target neutralized." As you start falling. Not scary. It feels comfortable, warm. The eternal blackness that surrounds you it's cradling you. It's holding you as you feel yourself falling into it. If this is death, it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to welcome, as it is a part of nature, just like anything else. As you embrace the pain fading away from you, but before the darkness swallows you, a small beam of white light appears in the distance, starting to grow larger and larger and larger until it overtakes you. All of a sudden, you're standing in this vast white expanse. The only thing here, tangible, is you, and sitting in front of you, a tall elf man with like long flowing black hair, wearing these just immaculately clean white robes, swirling a red wine around a wine glass as he takes a sip. He looks to you. Hello there. Welcome. Link, I've been waiting for you.
And that is where you'll end the session, right?
No.
Oh,
We're not
sweet.
there yet.
Good. Who the hell are you?
You can call me the Observer. I've been watching you. I've been watching all of you. Your story doesn't end here. He snaps his fingers and another wine glass appears just floating next to you, and you watch it just fill with a red liquid. Please, have a drink.
More of a Tennessee whiskey man, but I'll do.
Snaps his fingers and the wine glass turns into a scotch glass.
Ooh, just like home.
You'll find my bourbon is quite aged.
Where the hell are we?
Some call it purgatory, others heaven, others hell. I call it a chance.
So why'd those fuckers need to kill me, huh?
Well, they knew something that I also knew. You're important. And if they knew just how important, maybe they would have done a better job. You're not dead, Link. Your story, it's just beginning. He takes a sip of his wine. So, why don't you wake up? The word wake up starts echoing through the chamber in your ears, getting wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Darkness. Not the same as before, not comforting. Instead, this is harsh, real. Your head splitting, but still you can't see. You hear the sound of beep, beep, beep. And you hear a voice. Oh my God, we fucking did it! And that is where I will end your session 0. Hey, if you like what you heard, please head over to our link tree at linktr.ee/we2gaming. That's the number 2, we2gaming. If you head on over there, you can find all of the places that we are on the internet, as well as our burgeoning community over on Discord at We Together Gaming at Discord. You can also find us on Patreon for tons of exclusive content, behind the scenes, favorite moments, as well as We Squared, the companion podcast to this podcast, where we discuss all things We Together, Iris Luna, and this campaign. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.